Hey crafty friends, this is Jenny from crafttestdummies.com, and today I have a really fun project for you. We're going to make these trick-or-treat bags. I'm calling them boo bags, and this is a cool project sponsored by Testers and Airbrains. So I've used this kit before, and today we're going to use a few more supplies, just trims, hot glue guns, you're going to need some shelf liner, you're going to need a pen and some scissors, and we are going to create this boo bag in literally like 15 minutes. It's really easy. So the first thing we're going to do is use our shelf liner and just draw a circle using the pen, and this is right on the sticky side, and so I'm using my non-stick scissors to cut it out, and you can make that circle whatever size you want. So set that aside, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add some white paint to our canvas bag. And the reason why I'm doing this is because these are like canvas and they're natural, so they're a little bit off-white, and this just makes the colors a little brighter and they pop a little bit more if you add the white. Now it's really hard to see on screen, but you have to trust me, it's there. Alternatively, you could coat the bag with a glow-in-the-dark paint if you wanted to start off. Let that dry, and then we're going to go ahead and add our shelf liner stencil. So actually it's a mask, so we're going to put that down, and now we're going to kind of just cover up the handles a little bit. You can use masking tape, I'm not too fussy with this, and we're going to add our creepy background. And I started with black at the top and then with purple and blue, and I overlapped and layered these colors to kind of give it that kind of sunset creepy look, but you could kind of do this with any colors you like, just kind of express yourself the way you like. But the most important thing is cover it all. You might need to take a few minutes and let it dry, and if you like, flip it over and do the back side as well. Now because this is an airbrush, it really dries very, very quickly, and there's no additional smudging or smearing, which is kind of great. So for this project, I wanted to do the cute little owls, which means I needed brown paint, and I didn't have any, so I thought it was just worth noting that you can mix your own colors. I have an extra blank bottle, and so I put in a little bit of orange, and then I added actually about 50% purple and orange to create this kind of chocolatey brown color that I used to create the owl effect. So when everything is ready, I like these stencils because you can just remove the backing and it sticks right onto your surface, which keeps it from shifting or bleeding underneath, which is really great. Now, of course, there's a lot of over area that I don't want to get brown, so I use Post-it notes to kind of create the barrier there. They hold on tight to the plastic, they're cheap and disposable, and I like things that are thrifty. So now I'm using my chocolate brown paint that I made, and I'm just giving the owl kind of an all over coat, and you can see again it dries really fast. You can kind of start adding layers to it right away. So then to add a little bit more interest to it, I put the black ink into my spray nozzle, and I'm just adding kind of highlights around the outsides of the owl, kind of where his eyes come together in the middle, just underneath his chin. And this is something that adults can do, kids can do, just kind of guide them to go around the outside edges. And when you remove the stencil, this is what you'll see. I think he has a lot of dimension, and he shows up so great against that white moon. That's why you take the time to do that first step. So now I'm adding a little bit of yellow paint here into his eyes, and then I'm just painting in the beak area with a paintbrush, and you can choose to do this or not do this. It's kind of up to you. On the other sample I actually made some little feather lines with some silver paint. You can kind of go crazy with this. Now, these are the last few finishing touches. I actually added a bit of glow-in-the-dark hot glue to his eyes, and then I went around the moon shape with the glow-in-the-dark hot glue. And the reason why I do this is because as the kids are trick-or-treating from door to door, it charges up in the light, and then it shows a little bit on their rounds outside, so it's kind of a safety thing. I'm also using that same glow-in-the-dark hot glue to attach this little bit of trim that I got from the craft store, and I'm using the back side of a paintbrush to push it down so I don't burn my fingers. When you're done, you can even write the word boo or hoot, but you can make these cute, sweet boo bags, great for holding your trick-or-treat candy, and really you make them just in 15 minutes or less, and look, they even glow in the dark. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much to Testers Airbrains for sponsoring us today. I hope you will give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching and have a crafty day.